Hello there, everyone. Welcome to another live session here for All to New on our YouTube channel as well as Facebook. So it is I, Lilith, who's going to be hosting today's Facebook and YouTube Live. And I hope lots of you pop in because I've got some amazing products to share with you. So I'm just going to wait a little bit. We've got the lovely Joanna who's behind our All to New badge today. So hello there. Pop in and say hello, and then we can get started. So today I've got some fun products to share with you from All to New, some from our newest release, which was released today. Hello. Hi, Stacy. Oh, from Florida. Hello. Hi, Sue. I'm so happy to see you again. Yes, it has been a while since I've been here on one of these lives. I've been doing lots of Zoom classes, so there we go. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Teresa. I'm so happy to see you here today. It's been a long day, and I just love doing these live sessions at the end of the day and showing you some amazing products. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Deborah. So I think a lot of you are very familiar with how this works here. Don't forget to share, and we will pick a lucky winner at the end of this live session. Okay. Dag Badia, België. Hi, Sue from Minnesota. Hi there, everyone. So don't forget to share, and we will announce the winner once this live session has ended. So today I've got some very special products to share with you because we have just released our newest scrapbook collection. Now, I think all of you love all of our releases, the stamps, the dies, the embossing folders, but I'm always super, super, super excited when there are new papers there. Thank you for sharing, Journey. Hi, Danielle. Because I'm a scrapbooker at heart, and I started off with my love for papers. So I've always been a huge, huge fan of pattern papers. It's still probably my favorite thing ever. That's probably also why I love wallpaper. So I've got lots of wallpaper around the house. So I was super excited when I learned about this new scrapbook collection. I'm going to show it to you. I'll walk you through the whole collection today, the different products. And then I will create a layout and a card. And this is what I love about these collections, is that they're super versatile. You can use them anywhere you want. And I love that we've got larger papers for us, the scrapbookers out there, or if you want to make a mini book. And you've got smaller papers for those who are more into card making. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop you down. Hi, Rosie. Thank you for sharing. Oh, me too. I hope they also join, but yeah. So I'm going to pop you down. So with this little click, I will be able to pop you down. It should work. Ta-da! There we go. Oops, I'm going to hide that. That's like a sneak peek. Let's just get that out of the way. Yeah, I've always got too much stuff on my desk. There we go. So I'm going to show you our newest scrapbook collection. It is a scrapbook collection. That's the name. It's called Wildflower, but don't be scared by the word scrapbook. If you're not a scrapbooker, you as card maker, you can use them. So in all our collections, we have the 12 by 12 papers and also the 6 by 6 papers. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, Teresa. Okay. So now I don't have all of them because I did have to make a layout. I did have to make something with it. So I might just show you my quick layout, which I created with this collection. Okay, so this is my layout. It's an 8.5 by 11. It's a smaller size. So the 12 by 12, I've kind of ditched that a little bit just because it takes up so much space. So this is the layout. Very, very simple, just using the collection. And it's a very simple design, just lots of layering. And I'll be creating another layout with the collection a little later on. So let me just show you the different papers that come in the collection. One thing I love is the fronts of the 12 by 12 paper pack as well as the 6 by 6, because I love that you can see all of the different patterns, and you can even use this strip. That's what I really like, using these little strips as well. So I always keep this. Okay, it's really, I just love that you can even use the packaging. There we go. Let's just pop that to one side, and I'll show you the different papers. So in the 12 by 12 paper pack, you get 16 sheets and 16 designs, and they're all double-sided, which means if you want to use this part and then the other side, you can do so. So let's just have a look. And I love that all the papers are named now. So we've got paper names for our papers. So this is called Wildflower Field. So you've got this lovely green pattern paper with this subtle design on the background, and it's really, really pretty. You've got these kind of circular shapes all around it, and on the B side you have got this lovely kind of speckled, it reminds me a little bit of waves in the seashore if you look from above, and there's a lot of foam, but just in lots of different colors. I just love this, and this would make a great background or backdrop. It is really, really pretty, and you can also use a paper like this to for your die cuts, because you can die cut in different colors. Like this would be great if you want to do some layered floral dies, because you're going from a lighter to a darker color. So you can really work with this to create some lovely die cut embellishments. There we go. That's our first paper. Really, really pretty. A Red Sea. Yeah, exactly. This is our second paper, which is called Rosy Meadow. And it's got these lovely, very funky doodled flowers on it. What I love about this is that you can use the paper as such, or you can even cut out the different elements with your scissors if you're into fussy cutting. Then it does look a little bit peachy on the camera. I might just flip down my little light here, but so this looks a bit like, it's really a peachy pink color. So it's really, really, really pretty. So this is a really soft color and would be great for a background as well. Thank you for sharing, everyone. There we go. This is our next pattern paper, which is called In the Loop. And as you can see, we've got lots of fun loops in it. Kind of reminds me of the 70s. It's got this 70s vibe. Yes. Oh, this one is not here. It's kind of got the vibe of the kind of seashore paper, but very soft, pinky, peachy tones. So there we go. So In the Loop, there we go. We've got these fun, funky designs. I love this one. This is a really fun look. Once again, maybe not as a background, but if you cut into strips, and you can use that as panels or whatever you like. On the other side, once again, we've got a more neutral paper. That's what I love. So you've got really patterns and more neutrals, which is a great combination. And this has got like soft, pinky, purpley tone to it. There we go. Then we've got our next paper, which is called Tangled Ferns. I call it the fishtail. Or the mermaid tail, but it's got this really fun design on it in these lovely, lovely kind of red winey colors. Really, really pretty. And this one is called, yeah, Tangled Ferns. And on the other side, you've got this another really kind of kaleidoscope design. I love this. I love that you've got like more floral elements and then more like these geometric styles. The 6 by 6 have smaller patterns. I will show you. Let me just I'll try and pick out one. And some of them are a bit different as well. So if you have a look here, we've got like a similar fishtail design as on the other side, but the colors are a bit different. So we do have like similar pattern papers, but not all come in the large paper pack and vice versa. So that's what's fun. You do get something different in each pack. But some of them are similar, and they're like smaller. So great for card making. So this was our Tangled Ferns. You can't go wrong with a black stripe. This one's called Everyday. And what I like about it is that it's got these kind of chalky edges. So it's a bit different from your regular straight stripe. It's a really pretty pattern. And on the other side, I think this is one of my favorites. It's these like dots with the little scribbles in it. I think this is really artsy looking, and I love this pattern paper. This is something I would like as wallpaper, and I would definitely put this on a wall in my house. Oh, I'm so happy you could make it too, Liz. This one is called Pathway from Wildflower. This is another one of my favorites. I love the smaller design. And if you look long enough at it, it kind of makes your head go a bit squishy. And then we've got on the other side this lovely fun design. I'm still trying to think what I could make with this, but I really like the look of this one. And once again, if you look very long at it, your head starts spinning a little bit. There we go. Oh, this is another one of my favorites. It's called Bouquet. And we've got these lovely large florals on it. And this is great if you want to cut them out because they're nice and large. And I like this because I'm a scrapbooker. And so I can just cut out one large floral bunch here and just use that, integrate that into my layout. This is such a pretty design. There we go. And on the other side, a lot simpler. Once again, in a very soft peachy tone, we've got this lovely kind of wavy look with little dots and then lines in the middle. It's really, really pretty. And then once again, we start with our same paper as in the beginning. I think I missed one because probably I pulled it out and I used it. I missed this one, which is the Blooming Vines. You also get this in the smaller paper pack, but the color is green. There we go. This one is also very, very pretty. Not a very nice design, but very subtle. And on the other side, you've got this lovely geometric pattern. This is such a pretty paper. I really like this one. So I think I mentioned all of them now. So you do get 2 sets of papers each, all double-sided, which means you've got lots of paper to work with. Yes, it does look like lace. So that's the 12 by 12 paper pack. I'm just going to pop that up here. I'll pop it down when we start creating. Hi, Donna. So this is the 6 by 6 paper pack, and I'm sure a lot of you will love these. And these are perfect for card making. This is 6 by 6 inches. You get 4 sheets of each design, which means you've got lots of paper in here and 12 designs. And they are sometimes a little bit different from the larger pattern papers. So here we've got that bouquet paper once again, but in a smaller size, as you can see. I'll try and get out the larger one so that you can see the difference between the two. There we go. Where is it? So there you have it. So you can see it's a lot. They have shrunk it down a little bit. Okay. Which is fun, which because you can also cut out these smaller elements. And I always love pattern paper where I can cut elements out of, because I never have enough of the embellishments. So having a pattern paper with like flowers or florals I can cut out is really great. On the other side, we have, once again, this kind of scalloped design with our little dots and little lines, but once again on a smaller scale, that lovely kind of artsy pattern paper. Once again, that soft pink. We've got this design, once again, with these cute little florals. Yes, and the quality, it's really good and nice and thick, which means, for example, if you want to use layering dies or even put this through one of our 3D embossing folders, like a soft pink like this would look really, really great. Now, this one, for example, we don't have in our larger size, but we do have in the smaller pattern paper. So once again, it's kind of that soft seashorey spotty look, but in this nice soft minty aqua green. Then we've got our kaleidoscope design again, once again. It's kind of a zigzag, but with like little geometric shapes in the middle. So here we've got that same design which we have in the larger paper in green, but this time it's in this kind of soft salmony color. One of my favorites, again, that kind of seashore look. Our little fishtail. Once again, the colors are a little bit different, but that's something I like. It means it's a bit different, and I can get both. We've got our lovely vine design here, but in green. And then our striped black pattern paper, and then we start the designs again. So it starts 4 times again, so you get the designs 4 times. Yes, a wood that's zigzag as well. So that's the 6x6 paper pack. And then we've got our little embellishment packs, which are over here. So when I was creating my layout, I knew that I had to do the live, so I didn't use any of the embellishments on here so that I could show you all of the embellishments. This one is called the Pink Posy Ephemera Kit or little pack. Let me just pop this out. I'll try and get all those lovely pieces. There we go. So in this kit, we've got some cute little tags. And once again, the colors coordinate really beautifully. And you will see that some of the designs from the pattern papers are repeated on our little elements. Here we've got some of those floral elements, which you could also see on the pattern papers, which was this one over here. Okay, there we go. And I love that we've got some larger ones and some smaller ones as well. Here's another one. So lots of elements to work with. We've got this little die cut. You have to pop out all of the little elements. But if you don't have a die cut machine, this is a great way of adding a little bit of die cut elements to your projects. All you have to do is just pop out all those little elements and it creates this kind of fun little design. There we go. Really, really pretty. More little floral elements. There are so many in here in different sizes, which means you get lots and lots of layering possibilities. This one is really fun. You've got this kind of like circle outer piece, like so. The inner piece and these smaller flowers within, which you can also pop out. A lovely large floral, which is also on the pattern paper. Then we've got this cute little awesome word. Once again, you have to pop the little elements out, but you can keep the letters separately as well and use them on another project, which is great. So you've got the inside and the little label, as you can see, it spells awesome. There we go. And then we've got this lovely die cut word, which is love. Yes, I love these little die cuts as well. They are so much fun. I never have enough of them because like usually when I do scrapbook layouts, you need a couple of them and they're all so pretty and then they're all gone. So I think I would need 2 packs of these just to stay happy. So I'm going to pick all of these up, just pop them back into the little packet. There we go. And then I can show you the next one and then we can start creating. The next little ephemera pack is called the Bitty Bits. There we go. Here we've got lots and lots of little elements. I'm going to try and get them all out. And you get a variation of lots of little things. So here we've got these cute, cute little kind of labels. Look at this little banner and a little heart. And then once again, we've got more of these fun little labels with the words inside. This one says daily life. Once again, you have to pop out the insides. I'm not going to do that because it's going to be so hard to put them all back together. More little labels here, which means super easy. One of these days. Another one of a little little labels here, which says memories. There we go. And then we've got these beautiful little vine flowers. Once again, this is inspired by the paper. So here you can kind of create hanging elements or popping out. And I love that they come in lots of different sizes, a larger one. There we go. More of the floral elements, which are all on the pattern paper. So everything coordinates nicely. Another little flower cluster over here. More little labels. This one says good days. Okay, let me pop that back on there so I don't lose it. This one says fun stuff. And then we've got more of these little teeny tiny flowers. They always come in handy, the smaller embellishments, like so. There we go. Another cute little label to pop on there. Perfect day. Another little banner over here. And then we've got this element. Once again, you're going to have to pop out all those little half circles. And you've got this like really fun design once again. There we go. And then another really pretty flower. So those are all our little die cuts, which come in the Bitty Bits pack. Yeah, Ruby, don't just get one, get a couple, because you use them up really quickly. And sometimes you've got a favorite die cut and you want to have like 3 or 4 of those. So I'm just going to put all those little bitty bits inside, because you never know if you want to use all of them. Oh, there we go. Now, if you have a look on the Altenew store, we do have a bundle, so you can get all the elements separately, the paper separately, or like you can get a bundle with the 2 embellishments or with the papers. And we also have a bundle with everything and the Simple Roses stamp set. So I thought I would show you the Simple Roses stamp set. As you can see, the design of these roses is very similar to the design you can see here in the roses on the pattern paper. So this is a great way you could take this and stamp that on maybe one of the pink papers, like so, and then you will create an element which matches perfectly. This flower here is also in the set. If you can see these little flowers here. So this Simple Roses stamp set matches perfectly. It also has some amazing sentiments on there. You're simply loved, and you can combine them, which I love. Once again, the combination of the more typed font and then the scripted font. We've got like beautiful, amazing, doing great, gorgeous, special, the best. Lots of fun elements here. And I love that's an outline stamp, because it means you can stamp it onto pattern paper, cut it out. You can blend in colors. And if you want to really color it in, we do have our mask stencil, which means you can blend in colors. And you can always also get the die which comes with it. So if you're looking for a great stamp set to go with this collection, I would really advise this one. So there we go. So let's start creating our projects. So I've got like half an hour to create a scrapbook layout and a card. Let's just see how this goes. It should be doable if we keep it very, very simple. So let's start with a card, because the card will probably be a lot easier to start with. So for my card, I'm going to look through my little 6x6 paper pack. Okay. If you've just joined, I'm showing the Wildflower collection, which was released today. We also have our blog hop going on. So if you want to go and check that out, there are some great prizes up for grabs as well. And you can see lots of inspiration using this new set, the scrapbook collection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through the pattern papers. And for the base of my card, I'm going to use one of the more neutral non-pattern pattern papers. And I was really drawn towards, I like the green, but I don't know how I'm going to combine that with the other colors, but I really like this soft pink color. So I'm going to go with this one, and I'm just going to, if it will come out, there we go. I'm just going to pull that out. What's really fun about these sets is that you can remove papers and it still stays nicely compact, and you can pop it away very easily. So that's the first one. Okay, let's just turn it around. I'm going to be using that as backing. And then I thought it'd be fun to maybe pick another pattern paper with a finer pattern on it that I could use just to set off my embellishments. So I'm just flipping through, seeing this one looks really good together, but I'm going to be using embellishments, so I'm not going to use that one. I think I'm going to use this one. I really like the kind of seashore effect. Oh, so here you can see when I pulled it out, it came apart. What I usually do is I would use little clips to hold them together. So I have little clips like this, and then I can keep my little 6x6 paper pads together like this, and they don't fall apart. So if you're looking for a little storage tip, you can use these. So I've got my pattern papers here. This is going to be my base. I'm going to cut this down to card size, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. There we go. Thank you for sharing, Donna. There we go. And I'm going to keep my little snippets here for maybe another project. These are always good for little layers. I try not to throw things away. And then for this pattern paper, I thought it'd be nice to cut out a shape. And I'm going to be using the rounded rectangles die set. So in this little pouch, I've got the different kind of shapes, which are like nesting dies or with the different frames. So if you wanted to, you could also use the nesting frames. We've got our little squares, but I'm going to use the rounded rectangles. These are great for making little cards or little tags. Yes, Sue. And the funny thing is with the leftovers, I kind of use them like months and months after, but I always use them. So I'm going to use the largest one just to cut out. I might just cut out the pink part here, like so. Just going to pop some tape down and then run that through my die cut machine, which I've got on my card next to me. So it's going to be super duper handy to get it. Otherwise, I have to get up. There we go. It's so large, it doesn't fit on the screen. There we go. So let's just run this through. Oh, and it does make a little bit of noise. For those of you who have just joined, don't forget to share. And I'm using the new Wildflower Collection. There we go. Look at that, how pretty that is. And once again, don't throw this away. Keep it. It will come in handy. There we go. And I love that it has these kind of rounded corners. It's just a little bit different. It adds that extra little bit of detail. Always fun to have like little details like that. Well, that's something I really like. There we go. And now we're going to just have a look through our little embellishments. This is going to be such fun because this makes it super duper easy. We can have like a little tag here. And then some of those pretty flowers. I really like the larger one. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to start gluing these down. Let's just get some foam tape so we can add some dimension. Oops. There we go. I'm using foam tape because my tape roller is like, I haven't got anything in it. And I don't have anything. I'm still waiting for new glue to arrive. So there we go. So let's just pop that more to the left-hand side, like so. Some more. There we go. Just a piece in the middle should do for our little tag. Yeah, that's such a great idea, Sue, to put them in Ziploc baggies. I think the alternate pouches would work really well for that as too. There we go. And then we're going to pop our flower on here. So I might double up on my tape for the flower just to make it pop off a little bit more. There we go. So I'm just like stick tape in the middle, foam tape in the middle. I don't put it all over my element. There we go. Like so. And now we're going to just maybe stamp the sentiment. So I've got some Altenew Obsidian Crisp ink because that's the one which is always on my desk. I'll be using the Simple Roses because it's on my desk as well, because I've got it. Oh, yes. A big roll of foam tape is something very different to these little square blocks. Oh, do you mean, Uta, do you mean the stamp set? So I'm going to just find a piece of white cardstock here. I always got a piece of white cardstock lying around. I've got my stamping blocks. I've given up on putting them away because I always need them. And don't forget to enter for our $15 gift voucher. I mean, if you enter here and you go to all the blogs, you might have 2 and you could get the stamp set. Just saying. So, which one am I going to use? Let's just see. Maybe you can help me. Because we've got this gorgeous flower, I think I'm going to stamp "You Are Gorgeous." Let's just go with that. You are gorgeous. So this is the teeny tiny one. I might just start stamping the word gorgeous first. Is that way that one's placed? Like so. Okay, let's just do it like this. I love this font. You'll see once I stamp it, it's really, really pretty. Gorgeous. There we go. Ooh, so pretty. There we go. And then "You Are." This is a really, really tiny stamp. I'm going to kind of center that in the middle above "You Are." There we go. Done. Oh, Ruby, we're so happy you love the whole collection. It is really a really, really pretty collection. And I love the variety of designs, which means you can go like something really funky and then something really floral. That's always fun. And I also like that we have got like a stamp set which coordinates really well with it. So I've got this. I'm going to just trim this down to make a little sentiment strip. And that white is going to really stand out. There we go. Let's just trim this down a teeny tiny bit. There we go. Got my little strip here. And now I'm going to do my favorite thing, which I do all the time. I love drawing borders around things, so that's just something I do. Maybe some of you don't like it, but this is kind of something. I don't do it all the time, but I think now I'm going to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of doodle a double border around the edge, like so. You could also, to frame it a bit, mat it onto some black cardstock or some darker side cardstock. But I just like doodling around it. And I always like a double line because the double line is intentional. So it needs to be wonky. one line kind of needs to be straight, but the double line kind of works. There we go. So I've got my double line around there. And now I'm just going to do the same here on my sentiment strip. I do this all the time. I don't know. It's kind of my thing. I love doing this. Now, if you're more like, if you like the more clean and simple look, this is a great way if you want to do a little bit of doodling and a bit scared of it. This is kind of something simple. There we go. It kind of just frames it. And I'm going to pop that here in the middle. I really need to use up my little blocks, but now that I've got a foam roll, I'm using the foam roll. It's so much easier. There we go. This is going to have a lot of dimension because I've put foam on everything. There we go. And if you really wanted to, if you like your little sequins or your maybe some little jewels, you can always add a couple of jewels on there. I've got some enamel dots. I mean, everyone has their own thing. I like enamel dots. So I've got some. I'm going to try and have a look through my little enamel dot collection, see which colors will work with that. Let me see. Oh, here are my pinks, my pinkies. These are older ones, but they've got lovely matte colors in there, so I might just use those up. I've only got 3 left, so I might just use those. There we go. And pop a little one up there. Oh yes, Ruby, if you've got the idea that you can't get your sentiment strips straight, one thing is we do have like a die set which cut lots of sentiment strips, like just the paper, and you can stamp onto that. But if you are cutting like this and they seem wonky, if you do like the kind of doodled lines around the edge, that wonky idea kind of, you don't see it because of the doodled lines. So there we go. That's the finished card. Super easy, super fun. But with lots of fun little elements, and then you can add your little tiny finishing touches. If you like to add ink splatters, you could add some ink splatters. That would work really well too. So there we go. That's the card. Now let's see if we can put together a scrapbook layout. Now I did prepare a little photo. I'm going to have to see if I can match it with the pattern papers. That's always kind of the thing to do. So let's have a look at our larger pattern papers and see how we can work with that. So the green would work really well. What's on the other side? I think that would work well too, because we've got the kind of wood which it goes towards these kind of peachy colors, and we've got the green over there. So I'm going to keep that pattern paper. So at the moment I'm very nostalgic because these are my firstborns, my twins. Look how cute they are. I'm biased, but I think they're really cute. But they're 17 now. They're taller than me. They have prickly faces. They don't fit in one high chair anymore. So at the moment I'm like really nostalgic, and I'm scrapbooking lots and lots of older pictures. I love seeing them grow up, but oh, weren't they cute when they were little? I really like this pattern paper too because it's got those green elements in there. And I've still got a piece left over. That's not my piece. Where's my other piece? I had a piece left over. I don't know where it is. Well, I'll maybe just take a new piece then. Oh, it's on. There we go. There it is. So let's just pull that one out. We'll just see how this goes. Let's just go with the green. So we've got our greens and this. Now, when I work with the scrapbook layer, you can go with a really dark background. If you do go with a very dark background, you really have to set your photo off. So here I created lots of layers so that the photo wouldn't get lost in all that dark. I think here I might work a little bit differently. There we go. So I'm going to be using these two pattern papers. Yeah, I know, Donna. I love seeing them grow, but at the same time, it's like it's bittersweet to see them grow up. Okay. So here I have got some white cardstock. I think that's going to be the easiest thing to do. 20 minutes. I've got 20 minutes to create the layout. There we go. So I've got my white cardstock. I've got my pattern papers. I might use some of this as well because I've got that little strip there. Okay. So let's start working on this. I'm going to cut out, I really like this pattern paper, but I'm going to try and tone it down a little bit. So I'm just going to cut out a little strip from this pattern paper. I love creating layers. That's always been my thing. It's kind of to cut out layers and layer them on top of each other. Oh, Sue, yeah. I think that must be so fun when you become a grandma, but when your kids start to have babies, it's fun as well. I'm a teacher, so I haven't had this yet, but I think the day I'm going to have kids in my classroom that tell me, you used to teach my mom or my dad, I think I'll start questioning myself. So this is a lovely strip. I don't know if I'm going to make it smaller, but I'm already going to use this. Okay, so I can see myself creating something with clusters and elements here. I'm putting my journaling there. Oh, that's such fun. 16 months. That's such a fun age. So there we go. I've also got my seashore. So I'm going to cut another strip with this, but in the other direction. There we go. And maybe just a little bit smaller. I'll just go with this. So I'm not measuring anything. I'm just cutting strips. Oh, and I've got my green here as well. Well, I think I might not use that. I think I'm going to stick with that. That's quite fine. So that's going to be too many patterns. So I've got that pattern paper there. And I'm going to cut part of this off. I think I might tear. Let's just do a tear that adds a little bit of character. Let's just tear a bit of texture and a bit of character. There we go. That looks nice. Okay. So I think I do want my photo to stand out a little bit more. And I do want to add more of that color. So let's see. Is this strip large enough to matte? No, it isn't. So let's have a look through our little pattern paper here. I think I would like something with a bit of contrast. So I'm going to take this again. And I might just cut out a strip from the pink. Oh, Jill, congrats! Congratulations. It must be such fun to be a grandma. It's funny because I was talking to my mum, and I'm 42 now, and my grandmother, she became a grandmother. So I was born and she was 42. So my grandma was 42 when she became a grandma. So that was my age, which is kind of surreal. There we go. Let's just cut this off, like so. So I'm just going to pop my photo on here and have that kind of pink matte. I think that will help the photo jump out a little bit. Let me just see. Have I got enough tape roller just to adhere my photo? Yeah, should go. So let me just pop it on there. And now I'm going to do, I'm not going to get out the trimmer again. I'm just going to do this with my scissors. There we go. Oh, Jill, yes, do take lots of pictures. There we go. Okay, I'm going to cut this down a bit too. Once again, I'm just going to use my scissors. There we go. Good. So let's create some embellishment. So we can go through our embellishment pack, but I wanted to show you how easy it is to create your own embellishments with some of the other Altenew products. Here I've taken the Simple Nesting Flowers layering die. I love this set because you've got some really simple flowers and leaves, and you can layer them. You can create 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 layers, whatever you like, and in whatever colors you like. And because they're really simple, they kind of match the vibe from this this set. Okay. So I'll be using my little leftovers for this. So we've got some of that pink and that green. I thought it would be really fun to create some elements with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut out, not the largest ones, maybe just the smaller ones. And I'm going to just cut out different shapes of these. What's fun is you can layer them whatever way you like them. So I'm just using all the greens, like so. There we go. Let's just get a little bit of tape to secure that. And then this you can run through your mini blossom. Oh, yes, Nancy, that's a great idea. But I remember when I started, digital wasn't around. So you imagine you're taking a photo every day and then having to kind of print them off. Oh, that. This set, I think this is one of the sets I use the most in the die sets because it's so simple. And it's like a really fun, easy set to use. So I'm going to use my little mini blossom. That's the one which always stays on my desk. But some of the larger ones, you can't get through that. So, and I've used my little shim so many times, it's got a bit wonky. These are full dies, so I'm not going to use the little shim. It's called the Simple Nesting Flowers. And Joanna just popped it in the link above if you want to go and have a look. There we go. So we've got our green little elements. And what's fun is you can use them separately. You can just layer 2. You can layer 3 or 4. Oh, and this one is still in there. There we go. So those are done. Let's try and do some in pink too. Oop, and it should just fit. There we go. And you can create a couple of embellishments with these and then add them onto the embellishments that already exist. So here we've got our pink ones. There we go. Oh, the smaller one is having a harder time cutting out. I think I might just pop it through again. Whoop. I might just cut it again. Okay, let's just take these all off. Whoops. Okay. I might just use the metal shim just to make sure the small one cuts out. A little bit of tape. Oh, it's a large piece. Let's just pop it through there. Oh. I know, these are such cute dies and they're really easy. Especially I craft a lot at night which means after I've worked, so I'm a bit tired. And so these are super easy. I don't have to like layer and get frustrated. There we go. And look how pretty they are. And you can combine them with different colors. Hi, Avril. There we go. Thank you for joining us. We're using the Wildflower collection here. So I've got my little flowers over there. Look how pretty they are, just lined up as such. There we go. So let's just start gluing things down. Just hope I have enough tape. There we go. That's the first one down. Come on. Number 2. Would it be nice if I could combine them with some washi tape as well. Here I've got my photo. I think I'm going to pop it up like so. Let's do it like that. Let's just go with the flow. There we go. I usually like having things there, so I'm going to try something different. The cutout tool. This one, Uta. The little mini blossom. It's a little die cut machine, Altenew sells. I hope it was this you were talking about. There we go. So I've got my little florals here. So I'm going to create a couple of floral images. I'm going to see if I can layer like different colors, if that looks good, or if I'm just going to keep them like separate. I think I'm just going to create little clusters of 2. So I'm going to do something like this, and then this. That looks nice. And then I'm going to combine them with some of the die cuts from our set. There we go. So here we've got them. So I'm going to just glue those down. Let's just try and keep them nice and flat. A good tip when I'm doing die cuts like this, once they're glued down in the center, I kind of curl the petals up a little bit just to give them that extra little bit of dimension. And here, there's no right or wrong way. Well, yes, Uta, it's our mini blossom die cut machine. And I think it's in our store, and it comes with the plates and everything. And it's great for the smaller dies and everything that fits into a 3-inch frame. But it's one I have on my desk all the time. I don't put it away. The larger one only gets used if I've got really large flower dies. I know, Liz, isn't it? It's such a fun effect. There we go. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pop an enamel dot in there. So I'm going to go through my enamel dot collection. I put them in one of the zipper pouches from Altenew. There we go. So I'm going to just have a look and see which colors will work. So I'm going to keep it pretty simple. I think I'm going to go tone on tone, or might just go a tad darker. Right, I like the tone on tone. Let's just keep it tone on tone. So I'm going to use a smaller one in the center here. There we go. And now for the greens. This is going to be difficult because that's like too mossy. That's blue. Oh, yeah, this could work. So the green meadows could work. Mini blossom die cut machine, yeah. Okay, I think this color is going to work. So I'm going to put, a larger one there. And then a smaller one over here. Kind of just finishes off our little flowers. Yes, I love these too. I have some, I really have to get new ones. I use this one for my enamel dots, and then I put a clip on it, and then I hang it on the rack, which is just above me. So it's something I use all the time, and I don't have to put it away. So I'm going to have a look through my little florals. I think I'm going to use the florals in the pink posy. Okay, I like this one. I like this one too. I'm going to use the love. I think I'm going to use all of them. Oh, these ones are not okay. Let me just take. Okay, this one is a bit large, and I think okay. Let's just put all the rest away because otherwise we're going to be using too much. Oops. So I think this one is maybe with all the little elements a bit too large. I like this one, so I've got 3 here. That's going to work. I'm going to pop this one underneath here, like so. I am going to put a little bit of tape on that. Let's just cut some tape. Whoop. Just stick it on there. There we go. Oh, great. It's a great little machine. I mean, it's one of the die cut machines I use the most, just because it's always on my desk. So I'm going to pop this one up here underneath. I kind of always go back to the same idea of framing my picture. There we go. Okay, this one is going to look very good here. Let's pop it there. Tape, tape. Okay. Oops. Like so. And then I'm going to add my little floral elements as well. Oh, I might pop that one like so. A little bit of tape again. I'm really using my huge foam tape roller. There we go. Just slightly overlapping it. And the small green one I'm going to pop here. Oh, that's a bit large. Let's just cut off a little bit. Let's pop it on there. Green, green. Oh, I'm so happy you saw the link. There we go. Let's put a little bit of green over there. And that's going to, oh, the enamel dot decided to go for a walk. There we go. I should have cut some more green because I'm just going to do it like this. That looks good. A little bit more tape here. That's the fun thing. If you need more, you can always cut them out and make them more. But once you haven't got any die cuts, that's done. Okay, there you go. I love layering elements on top of my photos, especially if there's like nothing going on around the edges. So I really like how that looks. I'm just going to add my little word. I'm so happy I did decide to do a scrapbook layout for this live session. It's been such a long time because like scrapbook layouts do take a lot of time. And I think I did it in the hour. Let's just get that. Oh, it doesn't want to pop out. Come on. How am I going to pop this out? There we go. Oops. Okay, now this is the tricky part. Where do I put? Let me just put it over here. Great. And I'm going to take that stamp set again. And I'm going to add a couple of these stamp sets. I'm going to use the word loved. because I've already said love. Trying to have a look. I'm going to pop this somewhere else. I'll use it again because I want to use the word special. I might just stamp this on some white cardstock. Did I have a little bit of white cardstock left over? Oh. Oops. This is a large strip. Oh, let's just cut a piece out. There we go. Oh, thank you, Jill. So let's just do this. I'm going to have to check when the date was because I always add the date to my layout. I'll do that afterwards. So special. Let's just cut that out. So once again, I'm just going to there we go, little strip once again. Let's just finish this off. There we go. And now maybe I can combine it with that. I'll just pop that down, see how that looks. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's just go with that. Oops. Add a little bit more glue on there. There we go. Special love. And I'll add a little bit of journaling there. That sometimes takes me more time than the layout itself. And there we go. So we've got a layout and a card. I'm so happy I managed to make these two. Oh, Sue, I do that all the time. It kind of just sets it off and kind of erases the wonky lines around it. And I know some of you, I mean, I've got boys. I use flowers all the time on my boys. Like, these are memories, and it's also just fun to make. So it's like art. So I do what I like. I add floral images. So there we go. And now I've got another page to add to my scrapbooks. And I hope that later on they might take them back home. So let me pop you back up, and then... Woo, I'm back. So thank you so much for joining me today. These are the two projects I created. So this layout, I'm going to add a little bit of journaling at the bottom. I usually do that in handwriting. And then this card, let me try and hold it up a bit more. There we go. With the collection, the Wildflower collection. If you're looking for pretty papers, this is the collection to get. It's so pretty, so easy, especially if you want to craft something but you don't necessarily have a lot of time for doing all the layering, stamping. That could be for another time. This is a great way of using old to new products and also creating some precious memories or some lovely gifts for your loved ones. Thank you so much to Joanna, who's been popping in all of the links. Do go and check out the whole collection, the different bundles. Go and hop along in the blog hop and see some of the lovely creations that have been created by other design team members. And you can always enter as well, because you could win some wonderful prizes. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you so much for sharing with, the live session. It means the world to us. And I hope you enjoyed this little live on Facebook and YouTube. And I'm so happy I get to do both at the same time. So it's really, really fun. And so happy to be here again and see so many familiar names pop up. Oh, thank you, Jill. And if you do create something with this lovely collection, and you are sharing it on social media, don't forget to tag us, because we do go through all of those lovely tags and look at your wonderful creations. Okay, thank you, everyone. Have a lovely day, evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. And I'll see you very soon with more inspiration and products from All to New. Bye, everyone.